bullshit actually. Having people to queue as early as 4 o'clock in the morning and getting their shots at about 9 o'clock to vaccinate people. Kita ko yung kanina sa umaga. I was still awake talking about leptospirosis. Cold people are exposed in the open, unprotected from the element, tapos waiting for the shot. Mga 3 to 4 hours magtindig dyan, sir. Hindi ganito ang it's not the way how to do it. Kung ganito, waiting as early as 4 o'clock in the morning, to me, it's bullshit actually. Pag ganon ang nagawa mo sa Pilipino. If you cannot do it, kaawa naman. Pag sinakyan ng COVID, patay na. Not to use that kind of setup. That ought not to be repeated. Actually, mukhang hindi tayo nagkulang sa bakuna. The problem is for the local governments to come up with a more sane process of vaccination than allowing people to queue as early as 4 o'clock in the morning and getting their shots at about 9 o'clock. It seems to be, to me, it's not the way to vaccinate people. Nakita ko yung kanina sa umaga. I was still awake. I was signing the documents of government. Nakita ko na sa na yung iba. Well, itong mga media, they always want to exploit news. They were already talking about leptospirosis. Well, kasama yan, but yung cold people are exposed in the open, unprotected from the elements, tapos waiting for get the chance to have this shot. Mga 3 to 4 hours magtindig dyan, sir. Sabagay, baha kasi ngayon They could just have look for another auditorium there or somewhere to do it. Can I request the Secretary of Local Government to just enjoin them, maybe a directive to enjoin them to be more circumspect and not to, especially now that the southwest monsoon is passing the country. Na hindi ganito ang it's not the way how to do it. They have to be more proactive than just maybe setting a venue then without the mechanism of how to transfer it and at the same time informing the people of the new site. But itong ganito and waiting as early as 4 o'clock in the morning, tignan mo yung parang to me it is not it's bullshit actually. Kapag ganon ang ginagawa mo sa Pilipino, if you cannot do it in a place where there is roof to cover the heads and hindi sila mabasa, not exposed to the elements, umagang-umaga, naku, Diyos po. Bakit naman ganun? Why can't they just look for another last minute? I said the other the other end of the line is the government there. na they should be flexible enough to immediately look for a place now which is dry and which can house so many people, and dividing them into groups and make a head count of how many they can time and motion nila sa pagbakuna, how many they can inoculate, tapos pabalikin nila na yung iba rather than let them wait there. It's a question of common sense. Hindi na nila ginamit doon, hinati na sana nila, divided into half, and telling the others to report for another for their vaccines at another hour, and look for a place, I said, where people are protected from the elements of the climate. Awa naman. I would say that I would question the mayor and the barangay captain. Kaya nga dapat talaga sa barangay captain, because it is the barangay captain who would act as the marshal ba, babantayan niya yung mga tao. It's the barangay captain there sa mga tao na. Pero yung ganon, I may also overshoot my comments there. Dito ho, sinabi na basta open to everybody and anybody. Ang problema, yung crowding. People who would respond to the announcement that inoculation shall be given to those who are there on the site, but not taking into account, I said, the amount of time and emotion to do it, and making them go back. You come back to at some other hour, and on top of that, really, the most important thing is to look for a dry place. Yeah, sana tama yan. Leptospirosis, then you have the influenza, then you have the respiratory. Pag tinamaan pa yan ng pagka tinamaan niya ng simple cold, it can deteriorate into a respiratory problem. Pag sinakyan ng COVID, patay na. So, I'd like to have a rule, sir, that to encourage them to not to use that kind of setup. Even if it is numbered in the inoculation, or it is just given to anybody who's there who wants it, it has to take into account the weather now and the place that they should be waiting. That ought not to be repeated, I suppose. Kawawa yung tao. Anybody else would want to? Well, do you have something? Well, one thing going in our favor. It's really, in other countries, they are having riots about the bakuna. In Indonesia, in some parts of France. But mabuti ito, we are better off because our citizens are really law-abiding citizens, and you can tell by the response of the people we have yet to see a raucous there somewhere regarding the vaccination process. Wala tayong mga, yun, nagra-riot yung iba eh. Dito, wala naghihintay. Yun, nakakaawa yung the picture that you saw. That ought not to be repeated. I would task the Secretary of Local Government to, I don't know how he would do it, but find a solution to the problem. So, may papasalamat utang loob ko sa inyo na tinutulungan ninyo kami, lalo na yung mga experts, the doctors, scientists, and the people who have because we do not have enough time to. Maraming salamat po sa inyo, and I hope that we can call upon you to this kind of I know that it can be tiring, not boring, but I said there are some other entities of government who should be made aware of, so that they can make the preparations if things get really worse. Alam mo, you can set the date, you can propose, but it is God who disposes. So let us pray that the weather, the political weather and the weather of climate change will be kind to us. Thank you very much.